On the website conversion, these are the big 5 rules. Make sure that you do it. And then kind of a bonus nugget for all the thrivers in yourself is you want to put calls to action above the fold prominently. All right, we're here to talk about website conversion with Dr. Joe, our main man here from O'Fallon, Missouri. And we're going to hop into it. We're joined today by Jason Stewart, our website guru. This guy has worked on website projects for people such as Garth Brooks, such as myself, and he's awesome. And so he's here to walk us through this a little bit. But we're talking about kind of the 5 big rules here for website marketing conversion. And I'm going to go into them, and I just want to make sure you fully understand each one before we move on to the next one.
Great.
So one is people hate to read and won't. So on your site, we want to make sure that it's super visual. So what Jason did today is he mocked up a version of your new site versus the old site. So can we pull up the old one, Jason? Is that possible? We can go back to the, I think in the very top, yeah, there you go. So this is the old site, and then let's go to the new site. And so what are we looking at here? We say the old versus the new. Well, with the old site, if we go back to that, we're saying here we got a great visual. It's fabulous. You did a good job on that. Buy one pair of glasses, get one free. I think you did an excellent job here. I don't have any complaints with that. Now, if you go to the new site, we cleaned up the font, cleaned up the image, just try to take it to the next level. But some big things I want to highlight is if you scroll down, a lot of people won't read the whole quote, but you see there's a testimony there.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't read the whole thing, but they'll kind of scan it. And they go, okay, he must be real. Then you have the logos of some of the associations and trade groups that you're a part of. And visually people go, oh, visually he must be a part of something big.
Yeah.
And as we go to the next site, I want to show you Crazy Egg. This is a tool. Crazy Egg monitors where people click on a site. There's a thing called a scroll map. So if you click that scroll map, you'll notice that most of your web traffic is that white hot section there. You'll see where the big white is. And people click a lot across the top portion of the site, called above the fold. But below it, it gets progressively darker as you scroll down. And this site doesn't scroll down a bunch, but you can see how it's green down there across the bottom, indicating almost nobody clicks there. So we want to make sure that it's visual, really visually stimulating above the fold. If you go to the next link we're pulling up here, this is Lifetime Fitness. And again, it's visually strong. Visually you go, okay, I get it, and then get your free pass, but they're trying to visually entice you right away. If you go to the next site, this is our photography company that we own. By the way, if you're not getting married, you should be, and if you're already married, you should hire us again, but Epic Photography. But the thing about it is that we have our awards across the top above the fold, and we have, again, a strong image from a wedding that we've recently done, and it's visually strong above the fold. We have Get a Quote just a little bit below the fold, but it's a strong visual. If you go to the next site, this is our company I'm involved in called Elephant in the Room. It's a men's grooming lounge. And again, visually, you can see clearly services, memberships, locations. The Start Here button, visually, it's strong across the fold. And then one more site I want to show you. This is Barbie Cookies, Barbie Cookies, and I'll show you a 4-hour work week. Barbie Cookies is a cookie company. She's a thriver that we've worked with. She's an awesome lady. But you see her site, you can clearly see her awesome, delicious cookies. You can see the media there, the as seen on, social proof. You can clearly see Get a Quote, Shop All Cookies, Cookies Make the Best Gifts. You can see a testimonial. Again, it's very strong visually. And then the final one I want to show you is 4-hour work week. And this was the site from the Wayback Machine tool we used where we went back and archived, looked at the archived version of the site. So this is his site back in 2007. Now he's a famous VC investor and he has his own big old podcast and he's written numerous best-selling books. But before he was a big deal, he had to kind of convince you that he was a big deal. And so if you go to the site, you see right there above the fold, he had that strong endorsement from Phil Town, the best-selling author. And he had these strong visuals and it just entices you that you need to take action. But if you look at it, again, people hate to read and usually won't. So you want a strong visual. Does that make sense to you?
It does, yeah.
Do you have any questions about that at all, or do you feel like you kind of get, if I get hit by a bus, I mean, do you feel like you have that knowledge you need?
I'm good on that one.
Okay.